run through a wall for this group. I'm super excited to play with D and Ryan, to continue this journey with H.
Even when we started out rough, our goal was each person do one less thing bad and one more thing good.
Being able to be here and, get ready to compete for a gold medal, it's been fun.
We're peaking at the right time. We got a lot of confidence, got 4 in a row. It's win or go home.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Awesome people of the internet. Guys, Team USA, women's 3x3 basketball, is going to be competing for a medal on Monday. Now, guys, this is a sharp turn from what we have seen early in 3x3 play. Team struggled heavily to start off the Olympics, but they have kicked it into gear. They are rocking it out. They are doing a fantastic job. I'm going to break that down, talk about some of the stuff that was going wrong with the squad early in the tournament, what they have switched up, what they have changed, and how they are balling right now. Now, guys, I think in order to talk about how great this team is doing right now, we have to first start off with how not so great they were doing. All right, so the games started on July the 30th, where Team USA got off to a really rough start. We lost pretty badly against Germany. We couldn't really hit outside shots. We were just sort of struggling defensively as well, so sort of keeping our man in front of us. We were struggling to score. There were times where, time would just wind down and we would have to chuck something up because we were not playing well, right? And we lost that game, right? In that first game against Germany, Ryan Howard only had 1 point. Haley Van Lith was the highest scoring player, and they just didn't really look like the most in sync team. All right, that continued on the 31st of July when Team USA played against Azerbaijan, and Tiffany Hayes single-handedly just killed us. She single-handedly just didn't matter who was on her. She just absolutely dominated. Absolutely dominated. We looked tired. We looked out of sorts. We looked like we couldn't really deal with the physicality of the game. All right, and that continued on to the game on August 1st against Australia. Again, this is another team that's pretty good in Australia, but Team USA, we just couldn't really get it going. We could not get it going. We had struggles sort of shooting. We just didn't really look like we were very in sync. Yes, Ryan Howard did have a really good game in this one. She led the squad in this game. But overall, we weren't really getting it together. Though it was a closer game, right? That game against Australia really was a closer game. And it was kind of like the Team USA is trying to start to figure stuff out, but not quite just yet. And then, guys, the win started happening, and oh, was it glorious? All right. So let's talk about the wins, okay? Because as I said, that game against Australia on the first, it was sort of like, okay, well, we're starting to get stuff together. Meaning, the reason why I say we're starting to get stuff together in that Australia loss, the reason why I said that is because Ryan Howard is the most important player on this team. You winning and losing is going to be determined by Ryan Howard, right? Of course, one is not just one player on the team. Of course, you have 4 players and everybody has to work together and whatnot. But the head of the snake is Ryan Howard. She started to get it together in that Australia game, and then you got to have that sort of a few moments later thing on the graphic, because once Team USA seemed to get comfortable, once they got comfortable with the physicality of 3x3, once they got comfortable with the pace of 3x3, yes, these players know what the pace is like. They know what the physicality is like, but, you know, there's a slight difference, right? You know, De'Erica and Ryan Howard just came from the WNBA, and yes, Sierra Burdick and Haley Van Lith was sort of doing their own thing, but that's not sort of highly competitive play for 3x3. So it took a couple games for them to sort of get their feet underneath them and say, you know what? We know we're talented. We know we can beat these teams. We just have to play like it. And that is exactly what they did. They absolutely dominated against Spain later that day on August the 1st. Because August the 1st, they had two games. Again, they had that loss against Australia. There was barely a loss. And then they just did their thing against Spain. They absolutely did their thing. When we look at this game against Spain, it was a very balanced game. Because again, as I said, Ryan Howard is key. She is the most important player on this team. However, De'Erica Hamby is second to that. She is second to that in terms of a player who needs to be going for Team USA to actually have a chance of winning. And I thought that she played well. I thought that Haley Van Lith was playing well. I thought that Sierra Burdick was really, really doing her thing. And they were clicking. It was like movement was being had, whereas it wasn't necessarily being had the first two games, right? There were times where I felt like early in the tournament, I felt like Team USA was stagnant. They were stagnant. They were slow. They were just sort of out of whack in a way. They were out of whack, and it was just like, okay, when we gonna figure this out? Because if we don't figure it out, we going home with nothing. Okay, when are we gonna figure this out? And they figured it out. It wasn't necessarily a change. I think they just had to get back to being comfortable with 3x3. That's all. They know how to play 3x3. These are pros that know how to do it. Okay. It was just they had to get back. They had to get back in the mindset of it. They had to get in the mindset of, hey, I cannot stop, okay? Because me stopping is going to make our offense slow down to a halt, and we're watching one player jack something up or try to do a one-man band, late shot clock shot or whatever, right? We got better at that. It's moving. Ryan Howard started to show the Ryan Howard we know she is. De'Erica Hamby, I felt initially she was like gassed initially. De'Erica Hamby seemed gassed to me. However, y'all, De'Erica Hamby has been killing. All right. I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it because I was concerned. I was. And you all remember I did a stream after, I believe, their second loss. And I was like, I'm not sure about this team. I don't know. They're not playing well. But Ryan Howard's back to being Ryan Howard. De'Erica Hamby, she's back to be. I mean, not back to being. I think De'Erica Hamby, all it was for her was conditioning. And she got the speed back for 3x3. I think Haley Van Lith overall is, yes, of course, contributing on offense, but she's also doing a pretty good job on defense as well. Of course, not perfect. Of course, still makes mistakes and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I am seeing really, really, really good play by each and every single one of them. And Sierra Burdick, she's their coach, right? She is their player coach out there that's instructing each other about, hey, here's what you need to be doing, here's where you need to be going and whatnot. And everybody's making it work. Everybody is making it work, and it is very, very glorious to see. So of course we do get that first win. We get the first win against Spain, and from then on out, guys, we just started killing. Okay, we won in a narrow. Can I say narrow game on on yesterday against France to start off our day of very narrow games. Guys, I just gotta say, De'Erica Hamby to the rescue. I mean, De'Erica Hamby to the rescue. This game was all tied up 13-13. Seconds winding down on the clock. We have an opportunity to win this game. We do not want France to get the basketball back. We end up getting the ball to De'Erica Hamby. De'Erica Hamby does her thing. She scores, and the French get it back. About 3 seconds left to go. Can't do nothing with it. They miss a 2-point shot. De'Erica gets the rebound. Game over. We win by the hair. We win by like this. We win by this against France. Just a 1-point narrow victory. Ultimately, again, it really was a huge team effort. But y'all, hey, stars are stars. De'Erica Hamby has been killing with the LA Sparks in the WNBA this season. And, she's like, hey, 3x3, no problem. I can do this. I just had to get my conditioner underneath my belt, and I'm good. She ended up winning the game for us against France. And guys, that was just a precursor to the additional craziness, all right? That was just a precursor to the additional craziness that we saw that same day, okay? That was just a start. Because we wind up going into overtime. Now, overtime is not something that I don't think I've ever really seen in 3x3. Of course, it happens, but like I don't think I've ever seen a overtime in 3x3. And when I tell you, I thought we were about to lose the game. I was like, well, Team USA, they were able to pull off 2 awesome wins. I don't think we're going to, it was close, very, very close. Time was winding down. I was like, well, I think Team USA did their best. I was like, well, they did their best. They didn't end on a like terrible loss. Like it's fine. They tried, basically. That's kind of what I was thinking. But then Ryan Howard just is a straight up bucket, guys. Ryan Howard completely saved the day for Team USA, guys. It was basically over, guys. It was basically over. But Ryan Howard, 2-point shot goes in. We wind up winning by a 2-point shot. When we end up winning by 1 point, but 2-point shot. I thought it was pretty awesome. I thought it was pretty awesome to see. I really did. So I am very, very proud of what Team USA was able to do, what Ryan Howard was able to do. Because I didn't think we was gonna win that game. I thought we were about to lose. I really thought we were about to lose, but we see a complete game. We see a complete game where I felt like Sierra Burdick was absolutely doing her thing in this one. I thought that Ryan Howard was fantastic. I thought that Haley Van Lith gave some really, really good minutes. I thought that De'Erica Hamby was really good. And we were able to take down the Plouffe sisters. All right? And to me, I thought it was fabulous. I thought it was fabulous. Team USA thought it was fabulous. The 5-on-5 crew. Everybody was like, heck yeah. We was able to get back in this one. We were able to show people that Team USA, when it comes down to the wire, Team USA can ball. All right? And that is exactly what we did. And after this game on the 2nd was over, they went to their USA basketball house where place where all the players are staying, because they're not in the Olympic Village. Team USA is always separate. They pay for their own stuff. But when they went back to Team USA HQ, they were greeted by a pretty large celebration. That was what the 3x3 team saw, because the men won as well. Yeah, it's pretty awesome to see. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome to see. And then we get to today. Today. All right. Actually, before we get to that, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Booker B, for the super chat. Says, De'Erica starting to ball. I noticed she subs out less than the other girls, especially against China. Yeah. And we about to talk about that, Booker B. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate that, guys. If y'all could, please do me a huge favor and hit that like button. That really does help the channel out a whole lot. So if you could do that, that would be really, really awesome. Thank you. All right. So, guys, we had to face China twice. And guys, if you all didn't watch this game, and if you all don't follow China for 3x3, you don't know this, but I'm gonna tell you. This is a inside heavy team. All right. This Chinese team is a team that they're trying to go inside just about every single time. And because they have I think she's like 6'4", 6'5". I forgot her actual height. But they have a very, very tall girl on their team. And they want to pound it inside. They want to pound it inside and score. This is a large Chinese team. All right. And this was their huge advantage. Their huge advantage was their size. That was Team China's huge advantage. And unfortunately for them, they missed some pretty, in my opinion, easy gimmies at the basket. And Team USA took advantage of it. All right. We saw Team USA say, hey, you know what? You want to go inside? Okay. We go with you. We're going to play some defense on you. We're going to try to make you miss. And we are going to cut. We are going to move. And that is exactly what they did. I loved it. The offense that we ran, it was so fluid. It was so fluid. We weren't really getting into the problems that we were having earlier in the tournament, where we were running out of time. All right? We weren't dealing with that, because the flow of the offense, it was either grab the rebound or it was get the ball, get some sort of screen, run off the screen, movement, trying to either get it inside for a basket in for a sort of easier basket for a post player. Usually that was like De'Arica Hamby, or you would get it to like a Sierra Burdick, and she would try to make something happen. Like, it was movement. I saw a couple of cuts to the basket. I thought that Haley Van Lith played phenomenal in this game. Now I know some people are probably going to be like, well, but she gave up a good amount of shots or whatever. But guys, the thing to know is this Chinese team was big. All right, there was nothing she could really do when she was in the post with some of those players. That it ain't got nothing to do with her. It's just size differential, right? I thought that Haley Van Lith played fantastic. I really did. And I thought that Ryan Howard played fantastic in that first game as well. Yes, Ryan only had 3 points at the end of that at the end of that first game against China, but it was the fact that Ryan was back to being a threat on the 3-point line. She was engaged throughout the entire thing, right? And De'Arica Hamby was straight up balling in the paint, okay? De'Arica was crashing the boards. She was battling, big battle, down low, both defensively and offensively. I enjoyed it. I really did. I really did enjoy that first game against China. Team USA ended up winning that one pretty narrowly. Not a very convincing win, but a win nonetheless. A win that I felt all 4 players were huge contributors on. And then we get to the last game, the one that happened, the last game that has finally put Team USA in contention for a medal on Monday. This was their most complete game. All right, this was the most complete game. The second game against China, you just played them, which sometimes that could be an issue, right? You just play a team. You've seen them already, and you're like, okay, well, what strategies can we do? What can we do to make this game better? And it was like, ding, 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 bell light up. Get the ball to De'Arica Hamby. Who would have thought? And y'all, De'Arica Hamby. I don't even remember if she's had a 3 or 2 in this tournament so far. Maybe she has. I just can't remember it. But De'Arica Hamby, there was a sequence. There was a sequence in this game where De'Arica Hamby found herself wide open, hit a 2-point shot. The next play, open again, 2-point shot, drains it. And then after that, she gets a defensive stop. And I believe she scored, and then I believe she scored again with the layup, I believe. It was like a crazy sequence for De'Arica, and I was like, oh my goodness, let's go, De'Arica. Like, she was absolutely doing her thing. She was absolutely doing her thing, and I personally, I love to see it. I loved it. Like, that's the type of player De'Arica is. That is why De'Arica is on this team. You know? She's on this team because she can shoot. All right? Yeah, she hit two 2-pointers. She got a defensive stop, made a layup. So she basically had 5 points in the span of, like, I want to say like 40 seconds. It was like 5 points in the span of 40 seconds. And I was like, go ahead, De'Arica. Get in your bag. Get in your bag, De'Arica Hamby. And I love to see it. I absolutely love to see it. This was our most complete game. This was the most complete game. Because while De'Arica was killing it, shooting the ball and getting some rebounds, y'all, Sierra Burdick, she put on a masterclass today, in my opinion. The way that she went after rebounding the ball, the way she went after it, it was crazy. She had 8 rebounds in this game. And guys, you may be wondering, like, oh, whatever, 8 rebounds is not that big of a deal. This is 3x3, guys. She had 8 rebounds in less than 10 minutes. All right. She was gassed by the end of this game. Sierra Burdick was gassed, and she deserved all of that tiredness. Oh, she deserves all that, because she put on a masterclass. She was fantastic in this game. She was absolutely fantastic. It wasn't just the fact that she was scoring. Yeah, she scored. She had 5 points in that second game against China. It was the way she was playing defense. It was the way that she went after it, grabbing rebounds. It was the way that she was still very, very involved in the offense. I just thought that she, I thought she was really good in this game. I thought she was really good. And Ryan Howard, Ryan Howard, man. The Ryan Howard we know and love is killing. Absolutely killing. And I personally love to see it. I think that I think that having Ryan Howard with a literal like Ryan Howard was struggling big time, right? She had 2 games, I believe the first 2 games where she only had 1 point. She was struggling. It didn't look like she was like really, really in it, but she changed to another gear, got back to being the Ryan Howard we know, and started dominating. I thought she played fantastic in that second game as well. When we talk about Team USA, when we talk about 3x3 guys, there's a couple things that define 3x3. There's a couple things. All right. First thing is rhythm. All right. You win 3x3 games by rhythm. Okay. It's not about who's the best shooter. It's not about who has the best big man. It's not about that. It's, are you playing fluid? Like how is the game flowing, right? And Team USA found their rhythm. They found their rhythm, and we are seeing the results of their labor. It doesn't matter if there's a missed shot, because you have put yourself in a position where even if it's a missed shot, you are able to immediately find a man and guard them, right? It felt like they were sort of out of position at times. It felt like it was just out of whack. We had a lot of movement, a lot of rhythm, and it felt like communication was higher on both defense and offense. And when we talk about 3x, that's important, right? That's important, because you cannot give up a play. You have to have a quick memory. All right. You just got beat and somebody scored. Okay. Wipe that out your brain. You got 12 seconds to score. 12 seconds. Let's go. Tick tock, tick tock. And I felt like Team USA had that in those later games where they were like, okay, well, I made a mistake. Nah, we getting back in this. We winning this game. We're winning this. We're not coming out of Paris empty-handed. We leaving with something. We are leaving with something. And I feel like there's just a difference on this team. And again, it's not a talent difference. Talent is not the issue. It was not the issue. The issue was they looked stagnant early on. Their defense looked bad early on. They didn't feel like they were playing like a team early on. That was the issue. It wasn't the talent. Now they're gelled. They're good. They're in sync. And we get to watch how awesome that looks. We get to watch how awesome that looks. And I just want to say huge shout out to Team USA. And yeah, I mean, it's these two right here. Guys, I love this photo. I absolutely love this photo because this photo says so much stuff. One, it's showing, in my opinion, the two most valuable players on this team in Ryan Howard and De'Arica Hamby. It also shows, y'all see Angel McCoughtry in the background of this photo? It's showing it. This photo also shows like the support that Team USA has, and I think that really has also helped to turn the tide. I believe their first, when they first won, I believe that was a game that may have been, I can't remember actually, but lots of players have come out to support this team. We saw LeBron come out. We saw KD come out. We saw the whole 5-on-5 team come out. Angel McCoughtry came out to see them. And I think all of that, like, you know what? You guys got this. You know what? Ignore what everybody's saying. You got this. Ignore those first 3 games. You got this. And I feel like that helped also. I feel like that helped this team to sort of get it together. I feel like it really did. The camaraderie, the support that this team had, and today, yeah, DeWanna Bonner was in the building today. I didn't grab a screen grab of her, but yeah, she was in the building as well, supporting this team, and I think all of that support, both from people in the United States that was cheering them on to their contemporaries in Paris, cheering and supporting them and whatnot. I believe that also helped. I believe that also helped them to sort of get to where they are today. And I love to see it. I really do. So Ryan Howard, De'Arica Hamby, they clicking. They are doing exceptionally well. And y'all, that seemed like a recipe for a medal to me. That seemed like a recipe for a medal to me. Now, again, as I said, it's not a 1-person band. It's not a 2-person band. It is a 4-person band. And you also, I talked about this earlier, but Sierra Burdick is playing her behind off. She's fantastic in these last several games. Because it's not just about scoring. It's her rebounding. It's her leadership. It is, I actually credit her heavily with this team getting it together on the movement front. When they're at timeouts, when they're sort of huddled up, who do you hear talking the most? It's Sierra Burdick. Sierra Burdick has the most sort of experience doing 3x3. She has a mind for what will be successful for this team, and I believe that she was a huge part of them moving the basketball, them not taking plays off, them not being stagnant, and getting to those 2-point shots that really do open up the game for Team USA. I think Sierra Burdick really has been a huge X factor, and this whole time, I think that Hailey Van Lith has played well. This whole time, even in those first 3 games, Hailey Van Lith was leading this team in terms of scoring. Even in their losses that they've had earlier, I felt like Hailey Van Lith has played well. Yeah, sometimes her defense isn't good, and sometimes she does make some dumb shots sometimes. However, everybody does that. I think she has played really well, guys. Hailey Van Lith is leading this team in terms of scoring. I don't know if y'all know this. She's leading this team. She's so far in this tournament, they played 7 games so far. Hailey Van Lith is averaging 4.7 points a game. All right. De'Arica Hamby is averaging 4.1. Ryan Howard is averaging 3.9, and Sierra Burdick 2.7. All right. Haley's playing well. I know there's a lot of people who want Haley to do bad so they can criticize her and all this other stuff, but I think she's playing well. Again, yeah, sure, defense can be improved, but she's playing well. I mean, she's by far the most efficient 2-point shooter they have. Most efficient. She's hit 7 2-pointers so far for Team USA. You know, overall we're not shooting from the 2-point line that great. We're shooting 33%, but she has 7 of our 15 made 2-point shots. All right. I think she's playing well. And again, I didn't have a graphic of both Sierra and De'Arica together, but I'll just show this one. So guys, rebounding has been also a huge factor for Team USA. De'Arica Hamby's leading the team with 31 rebounds. Sierra Burdick 27, and that's a huge thing. That is a huge thing for Team USA, and something that I truly love to see. So shout out to Team USA. I think we are playing really well. I think this is a team that took a little bit of time to gel. This is a team that I underestimated. I did. I raised my hand and I say I did. I underestimated this team. I wasn't sure if they were going to get it together. I wasn't. They did. And we are seeing something very, very special. So guys, that's sort of my recap of how we got to this place, how we got to this moment in time where Team USA looks like they about to walk away with the medal. All right. And that medal just might be gold. Could it be gold? Could it possibly? Yesterday, if you asked me the same question, I would have said no. I would have said no. I don't think Team USA could win the gold. Bronze, silver, maybe. Gold, no. That's what I said yesterday. Yeah, that was my opinion yesterday coming into today. But the way that we have played against China, I'm like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, we might wind up with something. We might wind up with a gold medal. And I am very much excited about it. I am. And I feel kind of terrible that I underestimated this team, but at the same time, I was like, well, I said what I saw, and I didn't see early on. I didn't see a team that could win gold. I didn't. But now, the way this team now, yeah, this is a team that can win gold, yeah. And I love being wrong like this. Like guys, again, like I am not a I'm not a person who wants our teams to do bad, but if I feel they're doing bad, I'm going to say it. And I love when I'm like, ooh, they're doing poorly. They got to fix this. And they fix it. And they look good. And I'm like, heck yeah, let's go. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. Guys, sorry about there's a little bit of stutter in my video. Sorry about that. That's because I used the videos earlier. That's what happens sometimes, which is annoying, I know. But I feel like this team is clicking. And I want to show you all our road to the gold medal. Okay? So here is a graphic that shows our goal to the gold medal game. All right, so we beat China earlier. We are going to play on Monday, August the 5th, against Spain. All right. Now, this is a game that we can absolutely win. All right. We can absolutely beat Spain. Absolutely. I think that we have a very, very, very good chance of beating Spain. And when we beat Spain, we are going to head to the gold medal game, which is going to be really awesome. All right, so far, Team USA has already beat Spain. We beat them already. We beat them 17-11. Yes, Spain is going to come out ready to kick our butts. They are. They learned from the first time we played them. They're going to adjust. I'm sure they're going to play. They're going to play a little bit tighter defense and whatnot. But Team USA can beat Spain. All right. So we beat Spain. We head into the gold medal game. If we wind up losing to Spain, we're going to be in the bronze medal game. But gold is our aim. Okay. So we'll head into the gold medal game once we beat Spain early on Monday. And then we are going to head to that gold medal game, which will either be against Germany or Canada. Now, guys, when I tell you that I don't necessarily care who we play, I believe that we can beat both Germany and Canada. The reason why I say that is because the first game we played against was against Germany. That was the first game. We lost big time. However, our team, we didn't play a real team game. We didn't. We were slow. We got out-hustled on defense. We weren't hitting shots. Movement sucked. We didn't look good. We did not look good against Germany. But that was the first game. We have evolved. We have grown from that. And we are playing much, 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 much better. So against Germany, yes, they got some 3-point shooters. They do. All right, they got some 3-point shooters. But I do believe they can win. And against Canada, I also believe that we can win. So my hope is that we wind up doing another live stream on Monday evening talking about how Team USA took down the competition and ran away with the gold. Guys, can y'all imagine how great of a story this would be? They lost their first 3 games, guys. They lost their first 3 games, won their last 6, and now have a path to the gold medal game. What? I'm just saying, how exciting is this? Let's go. Talk about a turnaround. Talk about a turnaround. So Team USA, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Let's make this stuff happen. I'm sorry for doubting you. I'm sorry. But y'all have completely done a turnaround. Completely 180. You're playing like a team. You guys are moving a whole lot better. You all look way more conditioned, which seems weird because we're playing better when we're doing 2 days. Because guys, the last 2 days we played twice in both games. And we played 2 games today. We played 2 games yesterday. And we played 2 games on Thursday, guys. And we're absolutely dominating, guys. We're absolutely dominating. What? Yes, Kentucky Rick. Yes. Wouldn't that be amazing? Kentucky Rick says 0-3 to gold. Yes. Rick, hey, Team USA, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Marvin said they heard all the criticism and got it together. Well, if that was a thing, great. I do think some people take criticism too far. I was trying not to. I felt like my criticism was very like constructive, but but I did see some very disrespectful commentary, specifically aimed at Hailey Van Lith, which I thought was pretty, messed up. So I hope they didn't see all the commentary about what people were saying about them, but I'm glad that they got it together. Zola says Quita, Germany/Spain, between those two games, they run away with the gold. That's the hope. I mean, they absolutely have the talent to do it. Now, again, guys, anybody can get got. Anything can happen. We don't quite know, but I do think our chances are really, really good for the gold. I really do. I really do think our chances are good. Guy says the thing about with 3x3 is that you get ample chances to bounce back. Yeah, it's all about clicking at the right time, and that's what Team USA has done. We've clicked at the right time, and that's what we need. That is what we need. Patrice says, I agree. We get through Spain. We can get gold. Yeah. Amy says, the comeback kids. Yes. That's what this team is. The comeback kids. Yep. You thought they were down and out? Nah. Still they rise. Timothy says they win the next game. I say they may have a gold. They will never forget the process and the struggles. Yeah. They can make it happen. Bad Guy Rob says, let's go USA. I don't like how so many scapegoated Hailey Van Lith. She is all heart and grit. Yeah. And in those first several games, Hailey Van Lith was, in terms of like the scoring, Hailey Van Lith was doing her thing. Yeah, again, defense, she has to improve on that. However, they brought her in for scoring, and that's what she's been doing. They've been able to count on her for scoring. Free Peeps says U.S. teams take a while to gel because they form so late. Yeah, that is a thing. Yep, that is a thing. Element says, I need more of you and others like Quita. I start to lose my joy sometimes. The discourse doesn't seem to be improving. I was laughing. It's starting to not be funny. In terms of like discourse around women's basketball, if that's what you're talking about, I agree with that. Like, it seems like sometimes it is very like it is very negative at times, and I think there's ways to be critical without being negative and joyous when it's time to be joyous. Like at least that's what I try to do here. Don't know if I always succeeded it, but I do try my best. Yeah. Paris says, exactly. Every player goes through a slump at some point or another. If you're prolific at anything, only you can stop you. Facts. Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah, ego. LA better be go. I'm telling you this. We bet not have the Olympics in our house and wind up not winning gold in just about everything. I'm just saying. I am just saying, and I'm sure the French people also believe the same thing. Hey, if the Olympics is in your backyard, your people better show up and show out. So in LA, guys, I'm calling it now. Hopefully this is still a thing. This YouTube thing is still a thing. Because guys, I'm calling it out. I'm going to LA. I'm going to LA for the 2028 Olympics, and we about to see some ballers for both 5v5 and 3x3. Okay, I'm calling that. I'm gonna be there, and we gonna see some gold. We gonna see some gold for Team USA for sure. Patrice says, I feel like Dearica Hamby is going to be the secret weapon. She has learned how to get the refs to blow the whistle. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think Dearica Hamby's going to be huge. Yeah, she's going to absolutely be huge for us. If she can continue to hit more 2-pointers, even if she like hits one in the next game against Spain, I think that really does help to sort of expand the floor a lot more, because I felt like after Dearica hit those 2 3-pointers and went inside, I felt like that just opened it up even further for us. That just opened it up even further, and we were just like, oh, time to dominate. KT, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I want to see Brittany Griner dunk the ball at least once in the Olympics. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Free Peeps says maybe after a few years on Unrivaled, the US squad will be even better at 3x3. Well, here's the thing, because I don't actually believe Unrivaled will help at all in 3x3, because it's not 3x3. Unrivaled is, when you actually look at how they describe Unrivaled, it's extremely different than 3x3. All right. And so I actually don't think 3x3 helps. I don't think Unrivaled helps 3x3. There is a new 3x3 league that's actually going to be created. So that's a thing. There's a league there's a 3x3 league that's going to be created in America. I just read an article about it. I'm going to make a video about it soon so y'all can be aware of it. But Unrivaled will not help 3x3, because Unrivaled is not 3x3 at all. All right? At all. It is full court basketball. It's a condensed court, but it's full court. They have they'll have 6 players on each team. They will also they'll also have coaches. Whereas for 3x3, technically they do have coaches, but the coaches can't actually coach during the game. They'll have a longer shot clock, and the way the game is set up, it's meant to be a lot slower than 3x3, because 3x3 is crazy fast. But Unrivaled is going to be a lot slower than that. Not like snail's pace. That's not what I'm saying. But it's not like, it's not 12 seconds and you gotta shoot. You know, take the ball, once the ball comes out the rim. 12 seconds starts and now you gotta shoot. Like, it's not like that for Unrivaled. All right, so it's very, very different. So I actually don't think Unrivaled will help at all for 3x3. And also because Unrivaled will not be like a sanctioned 3x3 event with FIBA, because you need points for 3x3. All right, in order to participate in the Olympics, all of these players had to have points. It's a point system. In the last stream I did for 3x3, if you guys want to actually look at the point system and actually look at the points and all that stuff, y'all can go back to a previous stream, because I actually like shared my screen and we actually went over it. But there's a point system that determines who a country can actually pick for their 3x3 team for the Olympics. All right. And you have to get a certain amount of games under your belt to be able to actually participate. So Unrivaled will not help with that at all, because you get 0 points from that because it's not a sanctioned. It will not be a sanctioned 3x3 league. All right. But there is a new league that is coming to America. There's a new league that's coming to America. And yeah, that's a thing. What misinformation am I spreading, Tay? Tay says, Quita, you're spreading misinformation. It's 3-on-3. It is 3-on-3. But on a full court, it is full court. Yes. With a 5-player team. Oh, I missed the 5 and the 6. Yeah. So 5 players, 6 teams. Yep. Top 4 teams make the playoffs. Yep. Read from their official site. Yes. Absolutely. I actually made a full video about this. Actually, you could actually check it out on my page. I actually have made a full video that literally went through everything. But yes, there is no misinformation, because that's what I said. Unrivaled is not 3x, is not regular 3x3. It's not. Unrivaled is 3 versus 3. It's not 3x3, because 3x3 is half court, 12 seconds. It is you're using an outside rubber ball. You have it's just condensed. It's condensed basketball, extremely fast-paced basketball. Unrivaled is not that. It's like fat. It's I believe it's 72 feet. I believe it's 72 feet. But again, I did do a full video about it, where I went over all the facts about 3x3, or not 3x3, Unrivaled. So y'all can go to my page and take a look at that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I do think it was 72 feet. I think, for the size of the court. But yeah, guys, that's basically the stream. I don't have much of anything else I want to talk about. I just wanted to do a quick one. I know that there were some Group A games that happened today, but I'm not gonna cover those. I'll be on before tomorrow's game starts between the United States and Germany, and I'll do a recap of those then. I just wanted to do a quick one just about 3x3 so we can talk about that. Rachel says, why aren't they making it more similar? Because they don't want to. 3x3 is very, very straining on your body, like extremely, because of how like fast paced it is and whatnot. And I don't think most WNBA players want to do all that. They want to still play basketball, right? And they want to make money, but I don't think they want to. I think it's a lot of stress and strain on your body doing 3x3. And so I think they were like, oh, well, let's do 3 versus 3. Full court, of course, condensed full court. And let's sort of have similarities, but it's not the same thing. So it'll be better. It'll be better for you. Oh, all good, Tay. All good, Tay. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's basically it, guys. That is basically it, guys. Team USA will play Spain at 10:30 Central Time. 10:30 Central Time on Monday. All right, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. All right. So my time is 10:30. So 10:30 Central time. We will watch Team USA versus Team Spain. And the gold medal game, should we make it, will be later in the day. All right. All right. Well, thank you all so much for rocking with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me. I hope you all like had a good time watching Team USA 3x3. I thought they had a really good game. I thought they played well. And ultimately, we get the dub. I think it's very exciting. I think it's very, very exciting. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, guys, we I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say other than everybody have a nice night. Have a nice night. Yeah, it's a Saturday, so I'm not gonna stay on too long because I gotta get ready for tomorrow. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Be nice to somebody, be respectful. Tell somebody that they matter because they do, guys. Yeah. If everything's all good to go, I will end it here. Though Rick says, quick, somebody ask about shoes. We talked about shoes yesterday, though. We talked about shoes yesterday. Element says, stay awkward, y'all. Yeah, y'all, stay awkward. Because awkward's cool. Awkward's cool. Awkward's fun. Anyway, guys, hit that like button on y'all way out. Get some awesome merch at qulsapparel.com. Once again, that is qlsapparel.com. Team USA 3x3. Let's go for the gold. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.